This is Miss Jo Louise Starr, and I think that the IRA and the IRA and MI6 and MI5 and SIS, the intelligence headquarters in London, could really reconcile if they knew what really happened between STEAKNIFE and my father. Now, in regards to the continuing issues between and still existing between the Irish Republican Army and hindering the entire peace reconciliation with the UK, they've been doing that since 2001 and still, and they primarily have to do with British intelligence protecting STEAKNIFE. Northern Ireland wants STEAKNIFE extradited to Ireland to face trial for knowingly committing war crimes against humanity and for the various items Serge Brommertz, former prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, has stated. But I wanted anyone to know my CIA daddy, and no one knows him better than me, his daughter, used to meet with me and STEAKNIFE many times when he was working for the BBC in Northern Ireland, or somewhere in between a designated location where STEAKNIFE would furnish the CIA and MI6. The CIA, my father, who was working for the BBC, my father, names of IRA militants who had previously bombed the UK and supposedly had future plans to do more bombings in the UK after my father picked STEAKNIFE. And I was there once again as an eyewitness, and I was very young. I was around 7 or 8, 9 years old. I spent a few years going to public school in the United Kingdom. My father would pay STEAKNIFE millions of unmarked CIA cash for furnishing him with the names of IRA players, supposedly. And they were supposed to be genuine IRA army terrorists who were out to bomb all over England and to win the Irish independence. It never quite worked out like this. And is that what truly occurred? No. I'm going to tell you what I witnessed. My CIA daddy, Starr, demanded STEAKNIFE on many occasions would furnish him names to turn into British MI6 intelligence. That was very important to my father to get highly paid from the BBC and MI6 and get promotions. My own father, quote, he demanded STEAKNIFE to furnish him names, and he would even hold a gun to STEAKNIFE's head and threatened his STEAKNIFE's life and to give him an ugly, painful death if he didn't furnish names. So on the side of STEAKNIFE, he was going to be paid millions of dollars of CIA or MI6 cash, and he was happy to give any names. And on many occasions, he would tell my father, I don't have any names to give you, Irv. Best leave me alone, back off, fall back. I don't have any names. And my father would point a gun to his head, and he would make up names, common Irish names, to give to my father so he wouldn't be harmed and my father would be pleased. And many of those people were innocent Irish farmers. My father used to go back and knowingly give those false names to MI6, and it wasn't MI6's fault. They trusted my father implicitly, and they would take those names, go into Irish towns, and I remember they would round up a bunch of the people whose names, fake names, STEAKNIFE gave my father, and my father gave the MI6. They would make them kneel, put a white sheet over their heads, and give them all one shot in the head and kill them. And they thought they were doing the right thing, but they weren't, thanks to my father. So now that we know this, I would hope that the reconciliation between Northern Ireland, and England could move forward. Thank you.